What up, Laker Nation? You're with your boy Kareem. How you guys doing? I'm pissed off today, man. I'm pissed off. There's no way Utah supposed to lost that game yesterday. There's no way Utah supposed to lost that game yesterday. I'm pissed off. This shit is annoying, man. It's annoying. These teams, man. There's no way. I cannot stand the Clippers. I hate the Clippers. I always didn't hate the Clippers. I get into that story a little later, but it's just annoying. There's no way in the world they're supposed to lost that game yesterday. There's no way. And I'm gonna go into Utah real quick. First, you had an excuse when Mike Conley wasn't playing. Once Kawhi went down, all bets was off. You cannot no longer use that excuse and Donovan Mitchell hobbled. You're supposed to win. Number two, this is what's wrong with teams. You're supposed to have a backup point guard. You're supposed to have a good backup point guard. And there was a lot of backup point guards out there. There's a lot of backup. Some teams have three guards, point guards that's they can't. Some guys stuck on people bench couldn't even get up. You're supposed to get a backup point guard for one. Mike Conley has an injury history. He has an injury history. So the simple fact that he has an injury history, you should have had a backup point guard for those reasons alone. You went in the season, now if you had a decent backup point guard, could have been getting you like 10 points a game while he was out. You know what I mean? It could have changed things. That's what's wrong with these GMs, these coaches. They just don't get it done. Now that's on a GM. You just didn't get it done. Who was your backup point guard? Like you always like this guy stay hurt. You had it. You was covered on basically every other position. You was covered at center with Favors. You know what I mean? You had a decent backup power forward, decent small forward, two guard with Jordan Clarkson. You know you can't get no better than that. You know, but you had nothing at the backup point guard. So that falls on the general manager. Now the coach, Snyder. I think he's a good coach, but the point is, and then I guess you can't see this is the bad part. This is what I don't like about the NBA, because a lot of these guys cool with each other, they BFF and all this stuff there. You can't say certain things, and then by him being a white man, and it will get blown out of proportion. If he was to say, go foul hard or get physical. See, back in the days, let me tell you what happened. You got a playoff game in the 80s, and you got early 90s. You got a big lead in a playoff game, and the team making a run, and they getting all these wide open looks and things like that. Somebody would have hit the floor hard. They got physical with them, a lot of hard fouls, real physical. It would have changed. A team not just going to go out like that. Just not going to go out like that. That's why I do not like today's game. It's too soft. You can't say nothing, And I kind of can understand with Snyder. He can't really go out there and say, get physical. I want you to go out there. Let me see what man is made of. He's young. Let me see, man. Get physical with man. Get physical with Paul George. Paul George proved to be soft. You know what I mean? That he can't really take the pressure. See, there's no pressure on Paul George. Let's not get it twisted. People are like, oh no, you could call him playoff P now. He back to playoff P. It's wide open. Once he playing with house money once Kawhi went out, because now he could play free and he could do whatever he do. You see what I'm saying? He can do that. He can do that. I do not like Paul George. I cannot stand Paul George. Paul George is the reason why I hate the Clippers. Had Paul George not been on that team, I probably wouldn't have this taste for the Clippers like I do. Because when they had Lob City, I used to go for them. I used to want them to win. You know what I'm saying? But I can't stand Paul George, and I get into that later. But I guess Snyder can't say it, because had he say something like that off season, these guys be like, oh, I don't want to play with a guy like these players today. This fucking annoying. Because this is what happened. Oh, he telling you go out there hurt. Not that he's not telling somebody go out there hurt somebody. He telling people go out there hurt them, and then it get out, and like, you know what I mean? Today's NBA so fucking soft, it don't make sense, man. But they making a run. You gotta get physical. It's like nothing else you could do. You're not stopping them. It's nothing else you could do. Get physical with them. Well, multiple cases. Get physical. See one of them guys break down. Not hard. I ain't saying it's ways you can foul and get physical without hurting somebody. I'm not saying put your foot under people and stuff like that. That's not physical. You know what I mean? I could break that down in another video. But in another thing, let me tell Utah this. Utah, this is the best pathway you gonna ever get of getting a championship. Number one, you know it's hard for you to get free agents. You know what I'm saying? And this is the best way you can possibly make the finals. Because, okay, now let's say Kawhi went down. So once Kawhi went down, number one, you was the number one seed. You was up 2-0 what Kawhi did. All you had to do is win 2 games. So now you take out the Clippers. Now you're playing Phoenix. We don't know what's up with Chris Paul. But Phoenix is a team don't have no experience where you won't look at Phoenix and be like, oh, we outmatch or we not favorite. It's even. It's even. Like, it's like, whatever. Toss the ball up. It can happen. It's not like you playing like the Lakers and you're like, damn, LeBron and AD and things like that. Or Golden State team back in a few years back where you heavily, underdogs. You play Phoenix, it's even. And now that Chris Paul out, who knows? You know what I'm saying? So now let's go to if you make the finals. Now look at the teams in the final. Now Atlanta, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying the team just left. Atlanta is shaky. That you don't look at Utah, but not look at Atlanta. You have home court advantage against Atlanta. You don't look at Atlanta like that. Philadelphia is shaky. You can beat Philadelphia in a series. You won't look at like, oh my God, we outmatched. There's really nothing we could do, or you know what I mean, we tried. You know what I'm saying. Brooklyn, Kyrie out and Harden playing on one leg. The same Brooklyn. Who trusts Milwaukee? You know what I mean? You got the big man down there. Y'all match up good, I think, with Milwaukee, where Giannis can't just be going down that middle like crazy because of Gobert. So technically, you have a solid shot of making it to possibly win a championship. Any team can. Any team that's left right now, only one team I just don't really see is Atlanta. But outside Atlanta, it's so much going on with injuries and different things like that. Who knows? Who knows? It's not no clear-cut faith. Nobody can sit there and say, Kyrie going to be out. Harden, the injury he got, he's not going to be 100%. He's not. It's over for that. So Brooklyn is not Brooklyn. You know what I mean? Philadelphia, you got a liability in Ben Simmons, they second best player. So all you're dealing with is B, and he get tired. So, and Phoenix, they was playing good. Now they stopped. Now Chris Paul out. Now they got some inconvenience that came their way. Who knows? This your best shot. You see them boys coming back, and you going back to Utah with y'all for history, for the history of Utah. Y'all been known to be strong playing in Utah. I'd have been getting physical with them guys. Sometimes this why I said these guys don't have the education of basketball without a coach telling you. Because I'm putting myself in his shoes. He can't really say that because most of them guys out there is black. You can't really say that. Oh, go out there like you hurting somebody. And these players, he want me to go out there and hurt somebody. He's saying foul hard. I'm not with that. You go start telling people in the off season now, everybody don't want to think that Quinn Snyder is a dirty head coach. So it's like some things now, it's like you cannot say certain things now. But the players alone, get physical with them. Throw an elbow at one of them niggas. Call them niggas, you punk what? Get some type of confrontation. Slow that shit down. Throw them off that rhythm they was on. And Paul George, I cannot stand Paul George. Now, anybody know me, and I'm going to break it down. Paul George was my top 5 favorite players in the NBA a few years ago. And I came on record saying this. My top 5 players in the NBA, not no order, but the top 5 players that I liked in the NBA was Durant, Brandon Ingram, Paul George, LaMarcus Aldridge, and Boogie Cousins. Those guys I like. I rooted for them. I want them to win. Those is my top 5 guys right there. Durant, Brandon Ingram, um, Paul George, LaMarcus Aldridge, and Boogie Cousins. I just like them. But then Paul George start turning me off with the little. Now I'm start seeing he got little bitch tendencies, and I just don't like him because of that. For one, like I said, he said he wanted to play for the Lakers. Cool. Oh, I'm mad. Then you like, oh, I'm mad because they ain't felt enough trading for me. My man, you'll be free agent in another year. Like, and they broke down the plan. Magic tampered with you and told you the plan they had. They didn't want to empty out their roster, to cut their roster in a high level player like Brandon Ingram, who Indiana was asking for, where Magic's telling you, listen, we're giving you players to play with, and as long as we have these assets, it's a move on top of a move. Just chill. It's not like the Magic can't tell you to play what was going on. You know, it was LeBron wasn't there. Now, see, the same thing they would have liked to do Anthony Davis, where Anthony Davis could have been a free agent, but LeBron, he couldn't wait, because that could have been the same play. Yo, we don't want to empty up our roster, you know, because Lakers would have had rosters. They had a max spot, but they did not want to wait for Anthony Davis for that extra year. They didn't want to wait. LeBron didn't want to wait. See, that's the difference between. It was no LeBron on that team back then when it originally started with the Paul George talk. Originally, just before LeBron came. Originally, where the free agency hit. That's for one. So I saw a little bitch shit he did with that. Like, try to wiggle his way out with that. So they ain't want me to trade for me. Like stop it. So that was one. Then you get the OKC. Oh, Russ is, you threw a little sneak shot at Durant. Oh, Russ is with players look like he's loyal guy. Russ is a guy I've been in the foxhole with. He did see that, praising Russ. Right? Kawhi give you a call. And see, this is how much of a real dude Russ is. Russ is cut different. You know what I mean? Kawhi calls you. You and Kawhi have a 2-hour conversation. 2-hour conversation. You go back to Russ and you tell Russ, but you try to be slick about it, but Russ so much of a real dude, and Russ like, all right, go ahead, do what you gotta do. Like, go ahead, it's an opportunity. Paul George tried to switch it and say, make it look like, oh, I got the blessings from Russ. Russ a real dude. Russ ain't gonna sit there and be like, no, why you wanna leave? You went to him, you entertained a 2-hour conversation with a dude, and y'all talk about every scenario. You go back to Russ like, yo, I just want to make sure, you know, if it's all right with you, but, you know what I mean, if you ain't cool, I'll stay here with you. Like, come on, who gonna do that? You know, I'm Russ type nigga, go ahead now, go. And then once Russ did that, see, people ain't telling you the backstory. Once he went to Russ, because he tried to make it look like he did the right thing by going to Russ, you went to Russ, your mind was made up, you want to play the Clippers. You had a 2-hour conversation. You was happy with Russ. That conversation could have been 5 minutes. Nah, I'm good, bro. I'm good right here. I'm trying to win. We just lost. I ain't like the way we lost, man. Russ gonna run it back, blah, blah, blah. You could have nipped that shit in the bud. You was on the phone 2 hours. You entertaining. That's like a relationship. What you want to talk to this man for 2 hours for? If you're happy. But then you go to him and you tell Russ the whole conversation. Yeah, man. He don't want to compete with. He want to go against Bron. This guy here, he don't want the Lakers to be a super team, and he threatened to go play with Bron if he don't get no help. Now, if he go play with Bron and AD, you know, it's over. Nobody ain't going to really get no titles. So, you know what I mean? He asking me to come, you know what I'm saying? He don't really got nobody else to go to, but he don't want to go to the Clippers by himself. And this, that, and the third, woo, he want to beat LeBron and all this stuff there, not knowing Russ and LeBron cool and Russ and Chris Paul cool. But he talked all that shit, right? All that, yeah, this and that, this and that. Russ said, all right, go ahead. They make the trade. Now Sam Presti like, yo, it don't make no sense for Russ. So he kind of like gave Russ the nod, like, yo, you probably be better off going elsewhere, man. You know, I appreciate you. Oklahoma City appreciate you. You know, but I find you a spot, man. And that's how the shit with Houston. Russ ain't want to leave OKC. And it's like I said, his backstory that Russ is so much of a real dude, and he read between the lines. The minute you came to him, he ain't fight. Russ was very supportive of my move. Paul George, you full of shit. So, and then when he gets there, talk about the Clippers, his favorite team, he always wanted to play for the Clippers. And he clearly said the Lakers. He went on record saying Lakers his favorite team. He grew up a big-time Kobe fan. And I know this because I was a big Paul George fan. Paul George is my guy. So I knew he's a Laker fan. He talked about that. You know what I mean? Even guys on his team like, oh, he going to the Lakers when he was in Indiana. He going back home, he going to the Lakers. Then, so I lost respect for him when he lied and said, oh, he a Clipper fan, he always want to play for Clippers. That shit pissed me off right there. That go show you fake, you a fraud. And then he sit there and he say, what's this clown did? He's like, oh, he wanted to win with the Clippers. Always been a Clipper fan. Damn, it's something else this fool said that threw me off. I lost train of thought that fast. It's gonna come to me though. Bear with me, people, because this is big. What else this fool said? He always wanted to be a Clipper. He a big time Clipper fan. Damn, man, this shit's frustrating me. I know somebody in the comment section if I don't get it. But like I said, he's a fraud. Paul George is a fraud, and he talked too much. He always got some slick shit to say. A lot of players in the league don't like him. You know, he just a clown. He is a clown. You know, and like I say, he do a lot of backstabbing and like, you know, treads. A lot of guys, people in the league just don't fuck with Paul George. They don't rock with him. You know, and he, like I said, I just don't. This shit, it just pisses me. I want the Clippers out of there. I'm a big time Phoenix fan from right now. Phoenix, I need Chris Paul to be healthy. I need Booker and them guys. I need Bridges, you know, Crowder. I need you to get physical with them guys, man. Ayton, I need you to play command. Let's go to the finals, man. I'm with Phoenix on this one. I just want the Clippers out of there. After that, whoever wins, wins. But that's one team, it will ruin my summer if they win. I need them out of there. This guy there is a cancer to a team. He, you know, he talk trash and a liar. He's phony. You know what I'm saying? He's a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? Don't say, oh, playoff P. He has no pressure right now. He has no pressure. Right now, they lose to Phoenix. There's no pressure they lose to Phoenix. All right? Especially if Chris Paul plays. Like, all right, they lost. You know, it's not that pressure where they must win. Damn, man, I'm mad because there's something else he said. This guy said, man. Damn. But, you know, that's what I'm saying. The NBA is soft right now. It's soft. People they don't have no guts. The coaches, the GMs don't know the right moves to make. The coaches, the players is weak. They quick to want to bow out and any little thing. Oh, I want to leave. Look at Zion. Look at Zion. You've been in like 2 years. Now, if it's not true, it's your duty to step up. That's your character in there. You got an Instagram account, whatever. You go live. You get anybody interview you. You say that's not true. That's not true. I'm happy in New Orleans. That's what it is. Luka, them guys there, you know, y'all got to step up, man. Y'all got to step up as men, man. Stop all this complaining all the time. I'm just tired of it, man. I'm tired of it. Just go play basketball. You guys say all this, but then y'all don't do the right thing. Y'all let teams come back from 20-something point game, and it's like that. All these guys get overpaid. And it's like a race. Like Mike Conley, okay, you got hurt. You in your 30s, you got hurt, but you gonna want big money. And look about all these guys that didn't step up. Look guys like Bogdanovich and things like that. He got paid all that money. He ain't $60-something million. What is he doing? You know what I mean? It's a lot of guys. Joe Harris, $75 million. What he doing? There's a lot of these guys not stepping up and get paid. But the NBA and these teams continue to pay these guys. So it tells you don't have to do nothing. For Dennis Schroeder to be struggling the way he struggled, and even when he when Bron and AD was down, and he still wasn't dominant. He averaged 15 points when Bron and there. It's not like he was averaging 25 a game when Bron and AD went out. He was not dominant. Right? So what? He has the nerve to turn down $84 million. That goes to show people confident they're going to get paid. That goes to show this league not standing for anything. They're not standing for excellence, man. They not. They cool with mediocre play. You got these guys. These guys ain't real NBA fans. These GMs and coaches and stuff, they don't really know the game like that. You keep giving these guys this money and they not performing. These guys not performing. No in the world that Utah's supposed to lose 4 straight games. No way. Especially when Kawhi ain't play in 2 of them. I'm just pissed off, man. And I'm mad I can't remember what this clown said. I know he said something about the Clippers. He always was a Clipper fan, and he said Lakers ain't trade for him. But it was just so much with this guy here, man. Peace, man. I'm just sick, man. Phoenix, come on, Phoenix. Let's go, man.